Yo, what up, David? PGC, how's it going? So, Sakeem, what are you thinking about if we close above this resistance here? We take it up to the 4-hour high.
Hold on, give me a second.
What up, Jag, Orgo, Damo? Yo, yo. Yeah, don't tell people to like it yet. Wait till we get people in here. I'm kind of liking buys if we close above this resistance to take it up and fill that wick.
We're still here, man. We're still here. How's your weekend? Oh, good. I kicked it a lot with my wife. Did you take off your ring? Oh, hell no. I took it off.
Yo,
I can't buy but just because.
Gustavo, come on.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you good.
So I see the hour rejecting or coming up on my 4-hour zone. And same thing, if it closes above, I think it's going up.
Yeah, we close above this resistance. I think I'm going to take a buy. And then take it to the 4-hour high.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Got 3 minutes. So even the 15 is clean.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I like this.
You like those buys too?
Yeah.
Lower the volume on the music. Uh-oh, okay. Yeah, if we break, I'm going to target the 10 pips and then go break even and try and target the 4-hour high. If we close above this resistance here, because we got a clean candle up, and then I think we'll go fill this wick. At least like 70% of the way. So, what up, Naked Wicks? Hey, is the music better, guys? Is it too loud? It's not repeating or playing twice. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick while I can. Sakeem, could you check on the sound for me? on YouTube. Hold on, I'll just wait quick, I think.
Hold on, hold on. Yeah, the volume's good.
$50 seconds. Music volume's good. Okay, sweet. Yep. Alright, guys, if you missed it, we're going to be taking some buys after if we close above this little 30-minute resistance. Time is it? Be 5:30. Okay. And hopefully market open will carry us through. What up, Iron Man? I'll get you the Zoom in a minute. Alright, I'm in it. Sakeem, you get in it? Yeah, Juan, I took some buys. What up, Cooley? Yeah, no, Asian opens in 30 minutes. I'll be right back. I think someone's banging on the freaking door. Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna hold off till when market opens, especially because I won a little bit earlier anyway. Now I have my zone at 350. Normally I play it conservative, and it's a little higher, so I'm gonna wait.
I'm still on the call. I'm gonna get a second entry.
I'm gonna hold off till
Yo.
just because I won a little bit earlier anyway. Now I have my zone at 350.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on.
Normally I play
Yeah, what up, Yanni? I took a buy, bro. Same analysis you had. And so I would just be worried how we're going to react around this 4-hour high if we get up there. So if we get up to this level and then we start to stall, I'm probably going to secure something and go break even. But if we kind of push up real nice, I'll let it run up to here, but I'm still going to be looking to go break even if we get up above here or to here, just in case. Yeah, and I mean, I think it makes sense. I mean, Iron Man was saying we got higher highs, higher lows, which makes sense. So we should see. I think we can get a quick little scalp here, but I do think there's going to be. I feel like the daily could end up tapping down into here again, and then going back up. But we'll see. We could have run through.
If you follow 350 to the left, I just see a lot of rejection there.
At 350.
Let's go. I think we got a quick little scalp here, but.
Yo, come on, mute it up. Thank you. Ooh, I'm up 1.4 pips. Let's get it. Alright, we got a higher high. That's good. Hopefully we'll continue, and then some volume will come in and push us the rest of the way if we don't get there in this 30-minute. Iron Man, did you want the zoom, bro? Ooh, she popping up a little bit. Oh, never mind. I got it zoomed up a little bit bigger on here than on my on my MT4, and it just looked like it popped like a couple pips, but when I looked at it, it moved like a pip. Oh, okay. Yeah, up to almost 4 pips now. Not bad. What up, Saya?
That's a good trade.
What up, Mary? Hey, don't say that. We haven't hit TP yet, and it looks like we're kind of coming near some sort of. I mean, I don't think this should be an issue because we got a clean move coming down, so we should be good up till here. So. I mean, it gave us a higher high and a higher low, so that's good. What up, Gustavo? Oh, there we go. There's a nice little pop. Oh, never mind. MT4, like, did it pop up? Oh, okay, it popped a little. MT4 is making me think we're getting this big couple pip move. Man, my fucking Instagram keeps freezing too.
You turned the music off?
No, I still got the music on. Can you guys hear it? They told me I needed to turn it down. Yeah, 4-hour zones are super, super important. Yep, sorry, I took a buy. On the candle that closed above, I took a buy. So we are in it. How's it going, Mary? When you say Asian Open, yep. So Emmanuel, the Asian market opens in 21 minutes.
Yeah. Come on.
117. What up, next wave? So let's make sure we press that like button tonight, guys. We've been slacking this week, but we'll let it slide because yesterday kind of sucked. So let's try to get 100 likes today. I think we're going to get a nice trade too. Because I believe the more likes you get, the more YouTube will kind of promote your channel and get more people in here, which means we got a better chance to get to that giveaway that we got going on. I'm thinking I might extend it a little bit, just so I feel like when I'm on the 1080 it'll be a little bit better. We'll have better quality. So once I move, I think we'll extend it a couple weeks. We're moving a little bit. I'm up about 4 pips.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna close probably close 8 to 10 and then let the runner do its thing at break even. Just in case we break above here and continue. Because Jan sent me a chart and he thinks we're going to head up. I think we are going to as well. I just don't know when. And I want to see us get above here and close above here first. But he thinks we're going to head up to here. So, I mean, if we broke above, kind of retest it, form some support, and then come back up, I think that'd be real nice if we can get up to that level.
I like where your head's at, Paul. I like where your head's at.
Thank you, sir.
I like the book 10 pips and then leave a runner, right, at break even. That's how you grow accounts really quick.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to grow it really quick, but you're absolutely right. Always securing something.
Secure something and let something run, right?
Yup, because, I mean, Asian's been really messy this week, so I'm just going to be playing it a little bit tighter to the chest in terms of just taking what I can get instead of trying to,
It's friendly.
you know what I'm saying?
Thanks, man.
That's why I always like to break my trade into two, so I have two separate trades and I can close one out and then just set the other one in. So I like breaking my contracts down a little bit more.
Yep, yeah, I do 2 positions. I actually dropped my risk as well, so I dropped my risk down to 2%. So every setup I take is 4%.
There you go.
So I was doing 6, I dropped it down to 4 because just was able to, I guess. I don't know. So, but I think this should continue. Daily possible 079 and 4407. Oh damn, that's okay. Yeah, I see that. That could make sense. What up, Troy? You better get in the Zoom, bro. Yes, only entries on the 30-minute and the 1 hour for me, and occasionally the 4 hour if it's not a massive candle. But if the 4 hour is like a 15 pip candle and there's a good like 30 to 50 pip target, I'll take that candle. Man, Zoom is quiet tonight. Okay, gold is looking to go down. So, I mean, that could be good for Asian session. Come on, Troy. You got to get on Zoom once in a while, bro. Once a week. Come on. You got to come hang out. So it's looking like our 15 is going to close with a higher high and a higher low. So I'd expect the next 15 minutes of this 30-minute to kind of do the same thing if we're going to continue.
Yeah, Paul, I sent my chart and through the Telegram group. We're probably going to run up to some, to area concern in 30 minutes.
Yeah, 400?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you see... So you see it kind of as right here, right? At 395.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, how come you don't see it at 428? Because the candle kind of pulled off of that level and pushed down through the 398. Do you see what I'm saying?
Now, hold on. Show me again.
So you see how, like, you're thinking here, but you see how this is the area that we pulled away from and pushed down. So we broke through here. So I feel like it should be, if anything, we should be here because that's where we pulled away from. Because if this was the level here, we should have pushed up, right?
Yeah, but when I say like the number, I mark it out with a zone area. So like I put a rectangle box.
Oh, so it's like a box. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so I have that whole area marked out.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So I'm just saying like a number that's near it. But I usually go by zones.
I got you.
So yeah, because it could go anywhere in that zone. That's how I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might secure something once we get to 425, so about 5-6 pips, just in case.
43.47 is the one we've been kind of going back and forth with all week. 143.47 is a key level too.
Yeah, wasn't 49 that weekly level I was using last week? That we needed to get above, and then we just took off like 50 pips in one candle?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't have that marked anymore. Just it wasn't...
That's a huge level. It was a huge level last week. It bounced off. It's still a huge level. So
Yeah.
it's coming up to that, 8 pips away?
Yeah, we had 49, so about the 4-hour high.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, eight more pips, I hit 12. So that's a good night for me. Because I think we should get a candle that comes up and tests the 4-hour high to kind of decide if we're going to go up or down, in my opinion. I mean, as long as we keep making higher highs and higher lows, I think we're good. I think the 15-minute did make a higher high already. I don't know if it wicked down yet. Okay, yeah, so no down wick yet, but we do have a higher high. And I mean, if you look at the 15-minute, we got clean candles coming down. So I think we will get a good clean move up to like 484. And then from there, I would be securing something. But yeah, this 15 is probably going to need a bottom wick. Unless we just continue. I'm thinking we just broke above here. So as long as we can retest that and close above, I think we'll be okay. And we'll have volume coming in 11 minutes, so hopefully that'll just continue us to the upside. if you look at the daily buyers in the wick, we make the last close, clean traffic, lower time frames. Clemo, which are you talking, the top wick or the bottom wick? Because I saw the daily, it closed indecision, but it did make a higher high and a higher low. So, I'm just kind of trying to roll with the smaller time frame price action because I still think this could really go either way. But it looks like we could be we're gonna test that 4-hour high as long as we don't get any kind of like rejection or bearish candles coming in. As long as we keep closing bullish, we'll keep going up to target. What up, Black Box? How's it going, Hassan? I'm good. How I know support and resistant? Yeah. So we'll just use the 15-minute. So you see how price kind of came down, and then price stopped here and it started to go up, and then price came down again and stopped here and went up. So this level down here and as well, so right here, this is supporting price to go up. This was holding price down. So now that we closed above and we have 1-2 candles closing above, this one's looking like it might retest and then close bullish and then continue. That's just kind of how you can tell. So the easiest way to do it is kind of how I like to explain it to people. So if price comes down, price goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, and comes down. So kind of a bad drawing, but if we just look, I mean, what is going to work best? I have box.
Picasso.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much. Kind of an artist. So you see how this, kind of where price started, kind of held price up here. And then right here, where price kind of turned around at the bottom, ended up holding price down below. That's kind of how you can map it out, is just look for where price turns around. And then that should tell you where price is reacting in certain areas. And the higher the time frame you go, the better the strength of that level and confirmation of that level in terms of it holding. So if you're marking the support and resistance on like 5-minute, that could just really get confusing. It works decent if price is trending up or down really well, but I just feel like 30 minutes good, 1 hour's really good, and then your 4-hour daily, weekly, monthly are also really good. So I would start at the monthly and just break it down time by time and go from there. And then you'll kind of have a top-down analysis bias, so you can see that if like the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour are all pushing up, but you see the hourly and the 30-minute are pushing down, maybe wait for price to give you some sort of bullish confirmation to then fit your higher time frame analysis of price going up. Or, as Ironman says, buy the dips. But I feel like that's probably a better analogy for gold. But I mean, the phrase of trading of buy low, sell high is pretty accurate, because I mean, if you look here, where are we at? Oh, that's my other chart. Okay. So I mean, we kind of got lows here, and if you took buys with stops below, you had good trades, right? We got some highs. I mean, those sells wouldn't have worked out longer term, but short term they were nice and quick. I think I actually caught these, so this was my sell this morning. But then we're high again, and if we would have sold at the high here, we'd have had a really nice trade. Now we're kind of at the bottom, and we're taking buys. So I mean, if you look at it in that sense, I mean, buy low, sell high kind of fits, but you just got to be smart with it, because you're not going to want to be buying low if price is trending down. So if our monthly, weekly, daily are bearish, buying low isn't going to make much sense because you probably shouldn't be buying in the first place. Same thing if price is bullish, selling high could just be riskier than waiting to buy low. Always blowing accounts. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Gotta manage your risk in new world. That's gonna be the key. If this 15-minute can keep going, I think the next 30 minutes gonna push us to take profit. Yeah, Iron Man. It's so simple. You did that. I think that's the easiest way to be successful is just keep it as the simpler you can keep it, the better. Honestly, that's why I like my flip candle strategy because it's like 1 or 2 rules. You need clean candles and you need a flip. That's it. There's no zones. There's no higher time frame confluence or anything. It's just clean traffic and a flip. That's it. So I actually didn't take these sells this morning. So these were the sells I did take. I closed 10, got stopped out at my runner, and then this one I was like, this one didn't work out too well. So I'm not too confident in this one. If I would have taken these sells, I would probably be risking like 0.5% tonight because I wouldn't need to really trade to make anything because that was such a good move. So just trading the flip like that would have been a phenomenal trade. But everything was so bullish that I just didn't try. I overthought it, and I just didn't take it like I normally would have. Okay, so this will be an hourly close then too. Go back to the 30. See, the 15 looks so much cleaner going up. Did you see that, Sakeem? Yeah, 30-minute looks like we're at the resistance, but if you look at the 15, it's super clean.
Hey, Paul.
Yo.
What a concept, too, right? Buy low, sell high.
Yeah,
it's a new. I know it's only been around for a few weeks.
Yeah, it's brand new. Just
like in the housing market, right? You want to buy a house at the lowest you can get. You want to sell it at the highest you can get.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You guys are scalping. You need to find those higher. You need to find those support resistance levels on the higher time frame, like you said, 4 hour, and then scale down to your 5-minute or 15-minute to get entries.
Yep.
But the higher time frames should always be where you find your support resistance levels.
Yeah. Yep. So I base mine off of, so like my 4 hours low is here, 4 hour high is here. We couldn't get below the 4 hour low, so we should get to the 4 hour high. But we had this resistance we had to get through to get there. We got through there, so I think we should get to the high, and then from there we'll kind of have to let it play.
So you're just trading between the ranges, right?
Yeah, for this one, yeah.
4 hour high and the 4 hour low.
Yep, for this one, yep.
Yep, and then you just time your entries off of 5-minute. I time mine off the 1 hour, but you guys do a little bit different, so time it off 5 or 15-minute.
Yeah, only 30 or hour for me, sometimes 4 hour, never 5 or 15, but I get what you're saying.
It doesn't have to be more complicated than that, it really doesn't.
Nope. Because then when you lose, you can just analyze the candles and not change your strategy every time you win or lose. You're officially banned from the FX fam. Uh-oh, that's not good.
Hello.
Yo, what up, Rodrigo? Thank you.
Hey.
I try to be calm sometimes. Sometimes I get hungry. I'm good. I'm a little hungry, but I'm remaining good. How are you?
Ooh.
I didn't think you were coming.
Oh, it seems like you guys got buys on GJ over here.
Yes, sir. We broke resistance. You know what we do.
Yeah, makes sense. Like, I mean, if this 30-minute candle can close bullish, which it is, it makes sense for buys.
Yeah, if you look at the 15-minute, it looks even cleaner. The 30-minute kind of looks like we got some rejection at like 400-ish. But if you look at the 15, it's all bearish all the way down. So I think we should get up to that 4 hour high and then kind of, it'll make a decision from there.
The only thing I'm going to be cautious about is that the next 30-minute candle respecting the low of the current 30-minute candle.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be moving stops in a minute.
Because if that low gets broken, then, you know, the 4-hour has the potential to continue bearish and fill the 4-hour wick.
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking if we don't get to the 4-hour high and this ends up stopping us out, I think it's going to tap down into this daily trend line and this kind of liquidity area we've been tapping into all week and last week, and then kind of pull off there again.
Next 30-minute candle.
But I mean, 15 is making higher highs and higher lows. I don't think it's bearish now. No, okay, it's just a little weak. So, yeah, we're closing under here, but thinking these clean candles are going to be fresher to use.
It 15 looks good. We haven't got a bearish candle yet, so.
Don't jinx it. We got 10 seconds, bro. Come on, it's going bearish. What did you do? What did you do?
Got faith, yeah.
Yeah, I want this to close a little stronger.
There you go. You're welcome.
I'm going to move my stop up a little bit.
Who entered that trade?
No, it's my fucking thing. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, no, it's I was trying to move my stop, but it's being difficult right now. No, I don't fucking want you to be on the screen, bitch.
Oh gosh, let's go.
Come on. Oh my gosh. This thing's fucking pissed. Yeah, I'm not trying to move my take profit, you dumbass. Oh, this new freaking thing I'm using on MT4 is... I'm just going break even. It's screwing with it. I'm going...
What is this new thing you're using?
It's like a trading panel. And it,
Oh.
whenever I, try to like move my stop losses, it pulls up the MT4 one and wants me to submit it on there, but I'm not using the MT4 thing.
Man, you need to get the magic keys, man. It's just one click.
Let's wait for that.
Yeah, I secured 5.7 and I might break even just in case it pulls back. Then I got something. Yeah, no, I'm planning on, as soon as we move, I'm planning on getting the keys. My computer's a little slow with the internet. So. Yeah, this thing should go fill that wick. But I'm at break even if not, which I didn't want to be, but it wouldn't let me move my freaking stop properly. Oh wait, hold on. Is this the button? Trailing stop maybe? I don't know. I gotta talk to my mate and see what's going on. I secured 6. I think if this hits 10, I might, I don't know. I'm gonna let it run or close it.
Let it run, let it run.
Did you get in on him, Mercule?
No.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
For what?
I don't trust this. I'm waiting for, because like, you know, if you look to the left hand side,
yep,
there's this, like, that purple line there makes sense. that purple line makes sense, but like to me, like it got late. I came late to the chart, so
Gotcha.
you know, I can't take an entry because you know there's not enough range for me.
Yeah, no, this we had about 13 pips. So, but yeah, no, that makes sense. Because I mean, if we turn around from here at the at my purple line, we're gonna have a real nice drop because we got all these candles coming up so nice. So I think if we flip up there, we'll get a nice move down. I just hope it gets up to 10 before it goes to break even. I'm just kind of sitting at 5 right now. And now it's kind of ran into this resistance here. So, come on, girl. But if we get a close above that 4-hour high, we got tons of room to go.
You need a nice push up to like 143, 487.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to close 10 on my runner, and then I want to see how it reacts up here.
Yeah.
Because if it breaks, we'll just take another entry if we close above, because then we got nothing in the way. But for me to hold 10 pips, 12 pips, and let it come back. Come on, baby.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yo.
What's going on, man?
What up?
I was watching the stream. I took those buys along with you. I got 10 pips.
Nice, bro. When did you get in? You got 10 already? I only got up to 9.4. You must have got a better entry. Yeah.
Yeah, but like to close above.
Disconnected, my bad. But I got in at 143.35.
Oh, you beat me by. I got in at 36. Yeah. What up, Raphael?
I would like it to close above 143, 450.
Yeah, if we get above 496.
Close, yeah.
Oh, you said 450. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think I would just be worried about the 4-hour high at 496, because if it can't break that high, then it's gonna come back down and I think make a lower low, because then we'd have a lower high.
Yeah.
Or wait, a lower. Yeah, I think I said that right. A lower high. Yeah. But yeah, no, this morning's 4-hour candles were fucked. Yeah. So I'm gonna scale down to the 5-minute, and I want to just see how we're reacting up here. Hey, come on.
Yeah, the 5-minute look nice still.
Yeah, whoever's got that music, turn that off. You get me copyrighted with that. Get out of here. Ain't about that life.
Do they actually ban you?
They didn't ban me, but when I was playing the free copyrighted ones off of YouTube, they gave me a warning on 3 videos, so I just stopped doing the music. But Chris gave me an app that he uses that he says is good, so I'm giving it a shot. Yeah, 5-minute looks good. If we can get a close above, you were saying 450, I think we're gonna hit that target.
I want to know how they know that you're playing that music on the YouTube. Like, do they have people watching your YouTube?
Oh yeah, they got people watching all the stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, Shazam can listen to your song and tell you what it is. They can have people watching. It's just a machine that hears it and it knows.
Yeah. Plus, we're pretty famous, so I mean, you know.
Yeah. The YouTube stuff is on there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we got 156. Come on, we can get 100 likes in here. That should have secured some profits already.
All right, here you go. I got a like for you.
I'm gonna close over 441.
Yeah, this 5 minutes kind of playing around with our emotions. Trying to. We got a minute and a half. I don't know. It's like we got this like techno beat going on. It's like dun 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 dun. Come on, just pop up. Stop playing. I mean, 5 minutes of straight bulls. Like, damn. One minute. YouTube is a music Nazi. What up, Black Box? Yo, if you want in again, let me know. Just message me. I got you. 1546. Playing cat. What up, Jamar? Yeah, Raphael, I'm going to try and flip through some charts. Not right now. But if we exit this trade at our target, then I'll pull up gold for you. Even though apparently I don't know how to trade. So I don't know if you want me to pull up gold for you, but I'll do it.
Who said that?
I think he was trolling last night, but I was making rookie mistakes.
You didn't say that.
Fuck all them.
No, I took one aggressive entry, but the first one is exactly what I trade every single day. It just didn't play out. But
Happens.
yeah, oh well. Still in profit, so I'm not worried. Made it all back this morning. Actually, I made it back last night because as soon as we ended the stream, we had a really good bullish rally. It was like 20-some pips, 20, 30 pips. So, did the 15 close? Not yet. Okay.
I'm going out to dinner at 8, so I'm probably gonna let this ride and keep this going. Hopefully it hits that TP.
Yeah. Close-minded?
Looking away from the charts.
Close-minded. You haven't been in the stream long enough, bro.
Uh,
I'm extremely open-minded. Ooh. I don't like it. Yeah. Iron Man's... No, I wouldn't even say he's close-minded, to be honest. He's maybe opinionated, but, I mean, everyone should be. If you don't have your own opinion on something, what do you... You're not really having a thought process. I like bikini girls. This is close-minded. Oh my god. Yeah, sounds good, Black Box. Yeah, just message me. There's too many screens and devices going on right now that it would be a little difficult to... You might still be right at the top. GJ should be flying, looking at the structure. Yeah, you would think, but there's some resistance we kind of got to get through and kind of hold above if we do get through it, so... So, Rakil, you get people that message you on Instagram, they're like, are you interested in earning consistent weekly income trading binary options? Well, I feel like their analysis on trading is probably not that good, because if they analyzed my bio, they'd probably realize I don't need someone to trade for me. Like,
if they analyzed your bio.
I'm going to reply, why don't you analyze my bio?
Why don't you analyze your history?
Analyze my bio and posts, and let me know if you figure out if I want your assistance.
I mean, you could always offer to help them too, you know.
Well, yeah, I can teach her how to like read and properly send people who don't know how to trade messages. That would probably be really helpful for her business. She's trying to
Hey
scam.
man, marketing could be your next income.
Yeah, that could be my fifth.
Word.
Teach Instagram marketers how to market and scam properly. Like, if you're gonna scam, at least do it intelligently. Like, oh, this guy trades and posts charts every single day, wins and losses. Maybe I shouldn't ask him this stupid question.
And as soon as I started posting about trading, I got all of those messages, man.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. One lady got really mad.
Yeah, I just made a Instagram where I'm posting all my trades, wins or losses, the breakdowns of them all and everything, and I keep getting these like low key kind of digs in the comments, but like kind of like, yo, keep it up, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like a little dig.
Yeah.
It's like, I see what you're doing,
Yeah.
but it comes with the territory. Gotta be transparent.
Yeah. Trying to be.
100%. This is great what you're doing.
Okay, so we gotta break that wick on the 5 minute, and then I think we'll get the pop up. Oh, that was the 15-minute close. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the 15-minute close was bullish with a wick to fill. Okay.
Yeah, this 15 minute doesn't have a bottom look for me at least.
Yeah, no, my 15 or 30 minute doesn't have one yet. What up, Ali? How's it going? Yeah, so I didn't really honestly, I really don't care about the binary options, but it's a huge flag. Yeah, I mean, just the fact that she messaged me saying that was a huge flag, because if she would have, like I said, looked at my bio or one picture, I feel like she could have figured out not to ask me that.
People that they want to sign up are not people that would even notice that.
Yeah. Like, if you sent it to just a random person who posts, like, flowers on their Instagram, you might pique their interest.
You might be.
You know?
Post pictures of their trading when they're just not really even know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what I do every morning. I just mark up my charts after it happens.
Some sales, and I just like overthink everything. And these other people on the phone, they didn't think about anything. They're just like hollow-headed, man, and they just talk to so many people that they would get sales. But when you're smart, you get self-conscious, you have common sense, you start overthinking and analyzing things. Yep. To them, they send those messages, you are smart, you skip it, another 10 people take it.
Mm-hmm. Come on, girl, just go up 3 pips. Let me get out and then play the waiting game with everyone else.
Is your runner target the 4-hour high?
Yeah. That was actually my target, but I didn't like how it reacted right around like 4:30. So I closed 6 pips, and I'm going to let this runner go to like 10, maybe 12, depending on how quick we pop up there. If it kind of inches up to 10 and doesn't really pop, I'm going to take 10, and then I want to see what happens up here. Because if we get up here, that would be our best option to either get a sell down or a buy up. So, but we gotta get there first.
Something like that.
What's up?
I mean, 143.49, something like that.
Yep, yeah, 496. So all that is the high of the previous 4-hour candle. So if we break that, I think we should continue up. But if we don't break it, then the 4 hours just making a wick, and then it should come back down.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. So, come on, pop up 1.4 pips. His beats are killing it today, though. Yeah, I paid for the premium trading view because I wanted to use their back testing, candle flipping, not candle flipping, but their back testing software. Because I didn't know about soft for Forex in the beginning. So I just never cancel. I mean, it's only $14 a month, so I really don't care. Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go 10.6. Oh, and then it takes off. Oh well. 10.6. I'm good. $5,000 win. I'm done.
White, dude.
Yeah, I had a real quiet 500 lot on, so. I don't even know if can you even do a 500 lot?
I think you can.
Is there like a limit?
There is. It tells you on the broker's. It tells you on the broker's page.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Yeah. Sweet. 3.85% gain tonight. Not bad.
I think even like a robot would get anxious about putting a 500 lot trade in.
A robot, yeah. An algo puts it in and just starts fucking steaming. Yeah, I love the soft Forex is really, really good. I like it.
The fan on the computer starts working and overload.
It starts like steaming and making noise. Yeah, so this is gonna be an area. If you guys caught those buys, let's make sure. Let's get 100 likes, cause that was a nice 10 pip win. No drawdown. But I think the better trade is going to be happening around this area. So I'm going to actually take this off because we pushed through it. So then our next target would be down here if we don't break up.
Wow, actually, yeah, I got 20 trips actually altogether.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 10 and 10.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I got about 6.
I just closed out.
Nice. Yeah, I got like 16 total. I closed 6 and then 10.6. So
Good stuff.
not bad. If it runs up, it runs up.
I think it will.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the odds of it running up and just fucking taking off are just as good as it rejecting and ripping down. So
Yeah, that's why we get out.
yep. Like I said, if we close above, we'll have, not on this candle, but I broke the high. We'll have a better entry. Yeah, we broke the high, so we'll see. Yep. Yeah, if you guys got your runners in, this could end up being a real nice swing trade into London if we get above this level.
Now we can say it. Good call, Paul.
Thank you.
Hey, Paul, you have a YouTube URL, right? Like youtube.com/trading with Paul.
Yeah, I finally got it yesterday. They finally gave it to me. I think the only requirement I had to meet was the YouTube channel had to be active for 30 days. So it wasn't like that was the only reason I didn't get it right away, was because it was a brand new channel. So yeah, what up, Tomid? Yeah, we took buys already. You missed it. Yeah, if you guys want to post up your stuff on Instagram and tag me, Here is, I mean, my Instagram's up on the top right, but if you can't read it,
I'm doing that right now.
there's my Instagram right there. All right, Raphael, we'll pull up gold, but you gotta be nice and polite the rest of the night. Oh, I deleted gold. Easy money, baby. Oh, where'd it go? I don't know.
You took profits already, Paul?
Yeah, I closed a total of 16.
Damn, it's pushing.
Yeah, that's okay. Next to you. Oh, okay, I can't spell. There we go. Oh, okay. Whoa, I was freaking out there for a sec. Yeah, if this is taking a minute to load, I don't think it's gonna help. Okay. Which one's best? Which one's best for gold? Owanda, Ice, or Forex.com? Hello, Zoomers.
Hello? Hello?
Yo, which one's best for gold? Owanda, Ice, or Forex.com?
I think it depends on which one matches up with his broker the most.
Alright, we're going Owanda. I don't trade gold,
I
so...
like Forex.com.
Nope, too late. It took too long to load it and not redoing it. How about Brexit? They leave EU, pound gonna start. Yeah, that would make sense. There's no... I don't think there's any... there's no deals being made that should affect anything yet, I wouldn't think. But then again, I'm not the technical person or the fundamental person to ask. So, I think if gold breaks down, oh, it did break down. Okay, looks like it broke. Yeah, I think if you should wait for one more. Wait for a candle to close or break the low, and then you can probably get sells down to this wick, and then potentially drop into like 1551, maybe even push all the way down to 48. But I never trade gold, so I don't know how it moves. But that's just kind of what would make sense. We close below resistance. We should fill that wick for sure. If we can break this low, and then have a better potential to head down. But I would say maybe if a support formed kind of at 54 area, 1554 700 area, and you get a bullish candle, you should be able to continue the momentum from New York and get some buys in, which would then bring would make sense for GJ to come down. So
You always argue because of the way you act.
Wait, what? Am I not acting right?
Well,
Yo, who was talking?
you probably didn't mean to say it.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm not acting right. What do you mean? Yeah, still not to 100 likes. We got 142 people. That means 42 of you are allowed to slack. Buy dips on gold. I don't trade gold, so I can't, I'm not going to comment. That was a nice 1-for-1 on Asian. That feels good after last night, not being able to perform.
Yeah, this one played out perfectly.
Yeah.
And that
So
was pretty clear.
when you
Yesterday, just like a 10th loss yesterday or something like that.
yeah, there was. I mean, Black Box said we couldn't really prevent it, but people in the chat did see sells. So I think I I would say 80% I missed it, just because it didn't agree with my bias, so I wasn't looking for sells. But Black Box's point made a lot of sense, so I'd say that's probably 20% of why we had such an aggressive drop. But I definitely did not. I wasn't able to visualize the sells yesterday, so 80 me, 20 the economy and what was going on with what Black Box said. But so Sakeem, when you do your zones, right? Just an idea, because I've just seen it happen so much. So you see how we got from in our London session this morning, we kind of built up a resistance at 143.716.
Yeah.
And then price broke up through it. You see what I'm saying? How that candle kind of pushed completely through it like it wasn't there?
Yeah, I see.
So when I'm kind of like looking at it, that candle basically made that zone kind of irrelevant, because if candles flip and come back down, they should come back down and go right through the zone, and then I would see an issue possibly where we did kind of retest at 143.571. So like whenever a candle pulls away or pushes through a zone, if it's clean down, I think clean up makes sense to where it pulled away from, and then vice versa. It just might help you make your what's the word? It easier when you're looking at just like zones instead of worrying about too many zones. Because if you back test it, anytime it kind of pushes through a zone, you can practically void out that zone and just assume that the next zone will be wherever it left from, instead of trying to worry. So like if we're looking at this area, instead of worrying about like 143, 151 and then 143.094, you would just kind of worry about where we left from, which would be like 143.027, because we pushed up through it, kind of like those zones didn't even exist. So then when we come down, it should be the same thing, that zone should just continue down through it till we reach where we pulled away from, essentially. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it lines up with the zones you kind of see, but I've just noticed more times than not, if it kind of runs through a zone like it's not there, it's going to do the same thing if it comes back the other way.
Alright, yeah, I see what you mean.
Just something to think about, because instead of worrying about all those levels like that and confusing yourself, I mean, you know exactly what you're doing. I'm just saying it might make it mentally a little easier. That's all.
Yeah, most definitely, it helps a lot.
Yeah. But like I said, sometimes like the way you do it.
Focus on the most recent.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I mean, sometimes the stuff you see and like your zone yesterday, that worked out perfectly. But more times than not, it'll go the other way. From everything I've noticed, but I mean, check it out and see, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It makes sense.
Yeah, thanks,
So,
bro.
remember how I told you, like, I'm still doing demo right now until I build the confidence and consistency to open a live. Did I tell you, like, I opened a new demo to start, like, trading with y'all and doing scalping and everything?
No, you did not.
Well, I'm doing that, and so far, this just, like, simple price action scalping on the 30-minute is doing so well for me. Like, I'm up 4% in, like, 7 days or something like that.
Nice, but what are you risking?
My risk is actually really, really low. If I up my risk to like 2%, it's at like 1 to 1.5 right now. I feel like the return would be way better.
Yeah, that's not. I won't even worry about that. I won't even worry about that right now.
All right.
Yeah, I would just keep doing what you're doing, and I mean, if you're winning, like, there's no reason to change anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you go live, just make sure you continue to do the same thing. And I would even say, I have a feeling Iron Man's gonna speak up soon anyway. But I think it makes sense. If you were to just put like 50 or $100 in a live account and only trade the .01s, I feel like that would be even a better way to learn, because then you're also going to be kind of learning how you react to real money being in the market.
Exactly, yeah.
So if you're able to do that, I would recommend doing that, just because then when you switch to the live account from the demo, you kind of got to master your like psychology and emotions in your mind. But this way, you're kind of practicing with real money. But I mean, like, if you got to put $50 in your account every 2 months till you figure it out, I mean, that's what, like $1.50 a day. So,
yeah.
But then when you're ready, you drop a couple hundred in, couple thousand. Your mind's already there. So and that's the hardest part. So.
Yeah, I think. So I mean, my plan was like by April, if I can grow 5 to 10% by then, I'm gonna be opening a live account. But I think if I can hit 5% within the next couple of weeks, which I'm well on track to doing, I think I'm gonna be opening a live account with like you said, like 50 to 100, because I really need to get like the emotional and psychological part of it down before I like try trading with $1,000, like $2,000, something like that.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I mean, when I started, my original mentor, D. Gibby Fit, when I started, he was very, what's the word? He really wanted us to start trading with demo. So I did 3 days of demo. I won 1 trade, and I was like, psh, this shit's easy. I got this. So I made a real account, and then I basically did all my demoing for the first 6 months with real money I didn't actually have to throw away. So, but I do think that was definitely part of why I was able to do so well in only like 18, 19 months since I started, was because I just kept fucking losing in the beginning over and over with real money, and eventually it just kind of stuck. And then Rakeel helped a lot too.
Would you think it was emotionally? That's what it was?
Oh yeah, the whole issue for me the entire time was emotion / discipline, and then patience. Because like I could analyze a chart like crazy, but waiting for it to happen was always the issue. So I'd be like, oh well, this is gonna happen, so I'm gonna get in here, and then I'll catch this extra move to what I'm thinking is going to happen after that, and it just never played out right. That's all. But I don't know, being on prep right now really it's taken the discipline to kind of another level, which is pretty cool. Cause like I'm getting bigger and leaner, but I'm also getting like better and better at trading. So like everything's kind of just like elevating, leveling up. But,
how old are you, Paul?
How old? 25.
Man, you're doing great.
Yeah, we got a good start. I think I got a nice jump start to my life, and my future. So, but
there's probably a bunch of 18-year-olds in the YouTube as well. I bet.
Shit, yeah, I am 18, so yeah.
Oh yeah, you got the best. Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about that. You got the best jump start, and you have such a good perspective. I think the first time we talked, I was like, if you stuck to it consistently, disciplined 6 months to a year, you'd be fine. Was that you who was like, oh, I thought it'd be like 5 to 6 years? Was that you?
Well, I think so. I expect it to be where I'm at right now in like 6 months. I didn't expect to be like actually making money for like a couple years at least, but yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn.
Yeah. All I know is you had a really good perspective in terms of like how I started. I thought I was gonna be making thousands in like 4 months of trading, and that's
no, man, yeah,
not the case.
When I first started trading, I had to drill that into my head to like that's not gonna happen in like the first 2 years even. Like it's just something that comes over time.
Yeah.
Like I'm willing to put in the work. I have no problem spending 2 or 3 years doing this until I get real money. But
Yeah. Yeah, Tom, I didn't take those sells because, first of all, my target would be right here, so I'm targeting about 2 pips. And this is actually our 4-hour support resistance across the board. So I'd be selling into a resistance that we just pulled away from. So that just wouldn't have made much sense to do. This sell would have made sense because we had all this room down to here. So you got, I think it was like a 23 pip target of clean traffic, which would have been a really nice trade. And then it fell a lot more, which was not expected at all. But what book you read when you started? I've never read a real trading book, but I read a lot of, and still do, just like mindset and psychology and positivity crap and motivational videos, just about every day for probably, depends on the day how much I'm driving or if I listen to it during cardio, but I do something like that every single day. It just keeps me right.
Hey, Paul.
Yo.
I was listening. I was at the store with my wife, but you're absolutely right. I don't think that, I mean, people trade demos, but there's such a different mindset, even when you trade demo, than when you trade a live account. It's a completely different mindset.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. Trade a $50 account just to start something and get used to those emotions. And the other thing is get used to losing and be okay with it. Like just take the, but you'll never do that in the game.
I feel like
There's no emotions.
The thing I struggle with the most, at least, is like having the mindset of like, okay, so if I lose $50, I'm only thinking about making that 50 back. Like I'm thinking about getting back to break even, but you can't really think about that. It's really unhealthy in my opinion. Like you just have to keep doing what you're doing consistently, and if it works, it works. Then if it doesn't, it doesn't. Like.
Yep.
And just remember, you only have to be right 4 out of 10 times if you practice 2-to-1 risk reward. You only have to be right 4 out of 10 times.
Exactly.
And you're going to lose. Losses happen. It's just part of the game, right? So you need to be okay with that. Say, this is my analysis. This is the analysis I did. I trust it. If I lose, that's fine.
Yep.
Real quick, Tomid.
Revenge trading.
Yeah. One sec, guys. Tomid, so this was our 4-hour resistance yesterday. This wick down here forming support. So this morning I had this marked as the resistance, but once I looked at my plan in front of me, I realized this was the zone. This was a fake out that happened. So this is why we're bouncing off of there, and possibly if we get above here, we're going up to here. So that is why I marked it there, is because this is where all those candles held below. Candles wicked down to it, held below, held above, fake out above, wicked above, pulled off of it. So it's a pretty important level. But yeah, could be that 30-minute flip candle trade, depending on the size of it. I thought I ran through the books the other day, but I'll run through them again real quick. What up, Jesse? So current books, I just use the audiobooks.com because I hate reading. That's why I do flash charts, because I don't want to read my trade. I want to just look at it. I have Get Out of Your Way by Russ, which is my favorite one so far. Grit by Angela Duckworth. Everything is Fucked. Power of Now. That one was okay. The narrator was kind of putting me to sleep. It didn't really entice me. Trading in the Zone, I kind of started. Same thing, Mark Douglas, the narrator. It was good book, but the narrator is kind of boring. Mindset, New Psychology of Success. That was a good one. Unshakable by Tony Robbins was very good. Best Self, I think that one was good. I don't remember. Says I'm halfway through. And then Law of Attraction, The Secret, And breaking the habit of being yourself was very good as well. What were you saying though, Sakeem?
What about Think and Grow Rich?
Can you say that? You were kind of cut out.
What about you didn't read Think and Grow Rich?
No, is that a good one?
Yeah, you read all those. Surprised you didn't read that one. That's like kind of in there.
Think and Grow Rich?
I think that's
Yeah, here we go, yeah. The first one that came up was Think and Eat Yourself. Is it by Napoleon Hill?
Think and eat yourself.
Yeah, Napoleon Hill.
Which one? There's original edition or the unedited edition? I'm gonna do the unedited. Maybe he'll be swearing at me. Yeah, no, I'll check that out. I love that kind of stuff. Next trade. I don't know yet, Jake. I was kind of thinking maybe this 30-minute flip would be a nice trade, but it's got to close first, and since we just won, I want to wait for something really, really perfect. If I'm gonna take another one, probably just drop the risk. But if we come back and break that 4-hour support, I'm looking down for sells down to like the 142,900 area. And that's kind of like a really heavy liquidity area as of the past week and this week again on the daily, as well as the daily trend line. So that would be a really important area to buy from. Otherwise, if we close above the 4-hour high, I think we're going to get a nice move to the upside. So if this 30-minute closes above, I think those buys would be really solid. Probably up to like 143,900 area. Maybe even 143,750 would probably be a good place to take some profit.
Alright, guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Alright, see you later, bro. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Good trade today.
He took his
Thanks.
profits and he's out, man.
Smart man. He heard me talk about another trade. He's like, alright, I'm out.
You learned. And another good one is the Outlier. I heard about that about Macklemore, the rapper. Like he was talking about how he read that book in college, and that shit changed his life. So I was like, you know what? Let me give that a read.
What's it called?
The Outlier.
Okay, I'm about to go look at that one too. Got a library in my cloud. That's a good... Reading books are important. And Jan Diesel actually sent me his analysis before this trade played out. And then when I got to the charts, I thought the exact same thing. And it played out almost to the T. He has his runner target going up to that high at 900. But it's looking like it could happen. So his analysis was on point tonight.
Are you also looking for like buys above 143,497?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you looking for buys as well above 143,497?
Yep. I think that's going to be a real nice trade because that'll be a close above the 4-hour high. Shouldn't be too big of a candle. And that would continue with momentum. And yeah. But the only thing that's kind of putting me off is the New York momentum was to the downside. So if you look on the screen, that blue little shaded area is the New York session I trade, and Asian typically follows that. So I'm just a little worried that Asian session should or could drop and continue the momentum down.
Hey, Keenan, I would say to Keenan too, Paul, he said he's struggling with some stuff. Take 10 trades and just do 2-to-1 risk reward. Whatever your stop loss is, right? If it's 5 stop pips and your take profit is 10, if it's 4 and it's 8, take 10 trades and set your stop loss and take profit at 2 to 1, and do not touch the trade until it either goes to one or the other. That's how you can work on your emotions.
Yeah, that works. One thing I found out that works is come to the charts for 2 weeks straight. Watch it during your trading time. Don't take a single trade. Mark everything up like you're going to. And then when you see what you want to see, say like, okay, this would be my trade. But don't do anything and just do that for 2 weeks.
Right. I just think the emotions will still be there. But that.
Yeah, I mean that helped me just like because like I could take the trade, but just sitting there and not taking it. When I was able to take the trade, I was like, I've let so many trades go. Like, this trade doesn't bother me.
But a lot of times we have the analysis right? But we just let emotions get involved, and we take out the trade manually, even though we had a plan, and we didn't follow the plan because we get nervous. So that's what I'm saying. If you take 10 trades and you do a 5-pip stop and a 10-pip take profit after 10 trades and don't touch them, and then reevaluate it, how are my emotions? I have a master's degree in psychology. That's my field of studies, though. It's all true.
Yeah, psychology is super interesting.
Wait, who is that?
My wife's in behavior, Iron Man.
What was that?
My wife's in
Who's
behavior.
Who's that talking?
Sorry. Go ahead.
My wife's in behavior. That's what she studied, and it's really helpful.
It is, isn't it? Like my master's degree has helped me a ton. So you got to figure out how to take emotions out of trading.
What do y'all think about people that trade with like what's the right word? Bots, I guess.
What do we?
They trade what?
They're both.
Like they make their own like software to trade for them.
Oh, well, I'm not smart enough to do that, but I know Black Box does phenomenal with what he has going on. So, I think it depends on the person. If you're, I have no idea, honestly. I'm not even gonna comment. I have no idea.
Well, I don't either. That's why I'm asking. I saw something about it. This guy, he made some sort of software for stock trading, and it actually grew like 2% in like 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
you kind of have to determine what your personality is, right? You have to do a self-evaluation of yourself and figure out what your personality is. For me, I could never do that. I want too much control. But you have to figure out for you what that means, I guess.
Oh no, I would never do that either. I don't trust it.
This is looking like a fake out. Yeah, I heard about the virus, Jesse.
Yeah, just to add something here, I've been doing algorithmic development and algo trading for a couple of years now, and my honest opinion is I prefer to trade manually.
Is that Black Box?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Oh, hey, I thought you had like an algo or something that did it.
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of analysis, but as far as actually placing the trades, I have in the past run a lot of algos, and I do sometimes, but to be honest, I prefer to have a little human discretion in there. If it means anything, I'm a software developer, and I do a lot of algorithmic testing and development, and I still prefer to trade manually.
Oh, okay,
So
my bad.
Take it from what you no, I do still do some algo trading, and I develop algos, but I do a lot of programming and stuff, but a lot of on the analysis side. I don't do EAs as much, but you can be profitable doing it. Absolutely, it's more of a passive income, but to be 100% honest, I still feel like I can get a higher yield manually. It's about getting the most efficiency out of your time and capital. It's more efficient. I still feel like I can outrun my code by hand. So if it means that just take it for what you will. I'm a software developer, and I do a lot of algorithmic development and trading, and I still prefer to trade manually. So
Gotcha. So basically, you need to step up your your algo game because you're beating yourself.
I know, right? That's the thing. You know, it's crazy. I can still outrun the yield. Yeah, it's just hard. It's a hard thing to explain. It's good for passive income for sure, and it's good to distribute risk. You know, you can trade when you're sleeping, but yeah, that's another story. But to be 100% honest, a programmer who does this, I still prefer to trade manually because I can still get a higher yield manually. So take it for what you will there.
Yeah.
But you could like design it to trade the way you do. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I've tried about every possible thing there is. Believe me, I spent the past 3 years basically, developing automated strategies, and I know that sounds crazy, but I still like trading manually because I feel like I can squeeze out just a little more profit, and it's just more efficient. It's a more efficient use of time and capital, unless you're sleeping. The difference is when you're sleeping or when you have a lot of money.
Do you, Black Box, do you also like to have the final say? Because I always like to have the final say on the analysis.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean there. You still want to have that, maintain that control over it, but yeah, it's a funny thing.
Especially what you're doing, if you're having a robot trade your stuff, and you have a set area where you want to place the trade, well, the conditions may have changed by the time it gets down there, right? You may not want to take that trade anymore, based on what price action is doing at that time. So I'll set alerts, right? I always set alerts, kind of where I want to, and then it'll alert me. I'll come back and I get the final say on whether or not to do the trade based on price action.
Yeah, alerts. I gotta get back to it. I have the app for call levels, but I've been slacking on it for a while, so I've been watching the charts a lot. But the alert thing is really helpful.
One thing that algos can definitely help with is the kind of taking the time out of it. You can learn a lot of lessons. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it in a down to earth way. There are a lot of lessons to learn in testing and developing your own strategies. You kind of learn things about how markets move and how certain things happen repeatedly in the market. You learn what not to do. You basically learn a million ways what not to do, and then you take that information and you develop a manual strategy around it. That's where I've found success with it. And I still do some. I do a lot of analysis with code, but I don't necessarily. I take the trades manually basically now because I feel like I can get a higher yield. Anyway, long story.
And y'all are also smart for me. God dang. Wait, Black Box, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up, man?
So, like, you can actually, like, make an algorithm of an actual strategy that you use personally, and the algorithm just does it for you.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. You develop basically a set of rules, and it will look for a certain set of conditions and carry out that trade based on what you tell it to do. Absolutely. Yeah, actually MetaTrader has a relatively good programming language where you can do stuff like that. You can visually backtest and develop strategies, and you can kind of deploy that strategy with capital, and it'll trade it for you. Yeah, I've done quite a bit of that. I just I don't go into it a lot. But I definitely have done quite a bit of automated strategies, and I've learned a lot from it, honestly. Yeah, I mean, basically, you can tell it what to do, and it will do it with no emotions. That's I think we got on this by talking about emotions.
Yep.
And it will take the emotions out of your trading, but there's no discretion. Like it can't make some human decisions like you can based on I don't know. It's a long story.
We got plenty of time, bro.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of that. I'm gonna get into some of that stuff coming up.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
We'll talk about it sometime.
We'll have like a guest,
conversation.
a Blackhawk guest speaking stream coming up in the next week or so.
Well, I mean, we got like a great group here, man. We got a psychology major, this smart ass dude that makes algorithms. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, he can't be that smart. He's in my stream. Like, come on.
Man, I think the thing about trading is, it kind of draws a mindset. I think we're all here because we're smart. To be honest with you, that's just kind of one of those things where if you get to a certain level and you're still here and you can still survive, you're probably smart enough to survive. So I think we're all strong in certain areas, and where one person may be weak and another person may be strong. That's kind of the cool part about having multiple people looking at a problem.
Yeah, we can kind of my strengths could help someone's weaknesses, or someone's strengths could help my weaknesses, kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. This hourly's closing bullish. I think we're gonna fill that wick and go up. Like I said, I just want to see a close above there before I do anything. So, I mean, I think taking this hourly wick though could be decent, but then again, we're right back at that 4-hour level again. And if we get a bearish candle on this 30-minute, we are gonna drop. So 30-minute did close bearish, but the hourly closed bullish. So now if we can get another 30-minute to wick up and close bearish again, we're gonna fall, and I believe we're gonna break the support and head down to like 14300. Kind of tap this trend line, get into this liquidity area, and then we'll probably have buys from there. That's kind of what I'm expecting.
I just sold based off the 1-hour rejection candle. I just sold it.
Yeah, you just took, yeah, I mean, that bearish candle would be a good sell. I just didn't like the hourly. Yeah, I lost 2 trades on that kind of trade last week, so I'm just going to wait it out. Why do I have 2 accounts? Nope, I only have 1 account. So there actually is another trading with Paul. But he's basically the smaller version of me in terms of size. His YouTube account's much bigger. But I don't believe he does any live trading. He just posts videos on how to trade. So
most people are probably smaller than you, man.
I mean, if they're regular people, yeah. Probably a good chance. But when I go to like bodybuilding competitions, like the girls are bigger than me, and it's just, oh man, it'll make your special parts just crawl right back in you. Like dead ass. Like you see a girl walk past you and you feel like a little miniature little man, like yeah, that'll ruin your evening. Yeah, like they at the like national level, like they get, I mean, everyone's just fucking freaky. It's super cool, but I mean, it's kind of like an ego killer for sure.
That sounds like a confidence thing there, Paul.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, when I go to a show and girls are making me feel small, it hurts my feelings. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely hurts my feelings.
Well, I'll tell you. My wife is 5'11", but she has bigger calves than I do.
Yeah, my girlfriend has bigger calves too.
Because she was a volleyball player, and I got chicken legs. I'm like, holy frick.
Yeah, I think my girlfriend's quads. We're either the same size now, or hers are still a little bigger, but my legs are significantly leaner. So I'm just like, oh, your legs are just thicker, or I'll use the F word. That gets you slapped, but if she ever makes leg jokes, I'm like, yeah, well, if your legs got lean, mine would be bigger. But
I don't care as long as she wraps those 5'11" legs around me. I don't.
Okay, come on now. Come on. You're lucky I took off the child-friendly setting.
There you
Bro, I
go.
was waiting for I knew someone was gonna say something like that.
No, they actually they banned the chat on I think it was our 3rd or 4th stream. Because I had it on the child setting, I didn't think it would do anything, and nobody could chat, so I had to go in and to restart the stream and change the settings, It was.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, it was driving me nuts because like it took me like 10 minutes to find the setting. So, but yeah, if we close bearish on this 30-minute, I think it's just gonna be. We kind of pushed the high. We didn't like it. We're gonna go push the low and break the low, and continue with the bearish sentiment. But if we close above, then I'm gonna take a buy. Trading with Paul and friends. Yeah. That's just way too long. It doesn't really catch your attention. I don't know if the name I have catches your attention either, but I feel like that would be even less.
What's up, Paul?
Yo, who's this?
It's Andrew.
Oh, how's it going, bro?
How's your week been going?
Good. Real good. How about you?
I'm still in the same trade, since last week.
Oh, damn. Damn, you probably went into the negative a little bit.
Oh, I'm up like 50 pips.
But you didn't go into the negative during London or Asian last night?
I left my stop loss at a level that I was comfortable losing if it did hit.
Gotcha.
But it didn't hit.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah, see, that's not something you'd ever get from me. Like, if I go up 50 pips, first of all, that trade's going to be closed immediately. But to let it run, not at break even, like, oh, I would be so mad at myself.
I think the moment I started eyeing this trade out, it's been, so far, it's like 90 pips since I eyed it out.
Nice. Ooh, we're 10 away. Oh, someone disliked. Come on now. I'm going to like it. Now we got 91. We need 9 more. I cheated.
He was in a cell, that's all.
Oh, yeah. Poor guy. Or girl.
Yeah, always get the drive-by disliker.
Yeah.
He always comes. Drives by and dislikes and leaves.
It was probably Rakil. He's like, fuck, I came late. Dislike. I'll wait till tomorrow, boy. Dislike.
Have y'all ever clicked, like, say you were going for like a buy, right, and you accidentally click sell? Have y'all ever done that? Yeah, it's happened to me. It's Hey, has this ever happened to any of you guys where you like you're buying? Let's say you're looking at a pair, right? But you accidentally, when you trade it, it goes to a different pair when you're trying to set up the order.
No.
Oh my god.
No,
One time that happened to me, and I was so mad at myself. But then it ended up going in profit, so I closed it. Oh my god, that's comical.
Yeah.
I know. It was so scary because like I don't trade that pair.
Yeah, I typically try to take my trades with my eyes open. So, never happened to me.
I'm using a phone, so it's like
I'm gonna keep myself after that ball.
I'm just kidding. I probably have done it. I think I have, but I don't think it was it wasn't a buy or sell mistake. It was just the wrong pair. So like I was looking at something on TradingView, but I was trading off my phone, and I think I had gold up, and I entered, and I was like, wait, why does this say like 1545? Like GJ's at like 140 something. I was like, oh fuck, I'm in gold. Like Jesus, that's not a 10 pip stop. That's a 30 pip stop.
Happened to the best of us.
Yeah. But I think
when I very first started, I would get so excited about the things that I was seeing, and I would take trades off the wrong time frame, thinking it's a different time frame, and or not paying attention to the clock, understanding how that was terrible.
Yeah, I've done that one before.
Yeah, I don't think I think I caught it real quick because the stop loss I was trying to enter in on GJ wasn't working on the gold trade, obviously. So
You're trying to enter 140, dude.
Yeah, trying to like enter a 143 300 stop, it's like error. I'm like, what the fuck you mean an error? What does that even mean? What's up? What'd you say? I missed it.
I said Paul's cussing because you can't see the stop loss on your screen.
Oh yeah, were you here when that happened?
No, I just I've
Oh.
spent a couple of days with you. I figured out what happened.
No, it happened. I tried to place a stop loss. I think it might have been last week. Oh yeah, we're going up. I mean, buys right now. We broke the high. Once we get above that bullish wick, I think we're gonna be. That could be an entry. I'm gonna wait for a close. But no, it was I think it was last week. I want to say Wednesday. Maybe might have been yesterday too. I think I don't remember, but it's happened a couple times on stream where we'll get a nice trade. I'll be able to have like a 5-6 pip stop, and it won't let me enter it. So there was definitely a little hunger aggression going on when that was happening. Yeah, I will say being on prep does make the irritation a little bit higher when trading, for sure. It's definitely like a whole different kind of struggle or test to experience. Because, I mean, if you just think about, like, when you're irritated, like when you're hungry or tired, or like haven't slept in a day, how just everything irritates you. Imagine trying to be calm and emotionless when you're trading when you feel like that. Yo, what's up, Mike?
Paul, do you rage a lot?
Huh?
You rage a lot?
No, I just get irritated for like a minute or two, and then I'm fine. But it's just like when normally like, oh, I missed the move. Okay, whatever. Now it's like, oh, fuck. Like, come on, GJ. And then like in a minute I'm fine. But it's just everything's a little bit more intense right now. Especially when like Lauren comes home with ice cream or Culver's, like, bro, come on.
Yeah, that should take extreme discipline.
You get used to it. It's not that bad. Just like trading.
Yeah, it goes away after a few weeks, or it gets better.
Yeah. Who's Tom? And I'm looking for a 30-minute close above that 4-hour high, and then I will be taking a buy if we close above. Yo.
I was saying I took the 1 hour sell because you had a wick longer than the body of the candle at the top, and you had it right at a resistance level. So I took a sell at the opening of this hour candle because you had a wick that was longer than the body of the candle.
Yep, I think sells could play out.
Pattern.
Yeah, I think sells could play as well because we did get a bearish candle right after we touched, and that bearish candle did not make a higher high.
Right,
So,
and the one that's forming now in the hour also has a wick that's higher than the body of the candle right now. So you have a second rejection candle forming.
yep,
and
and
a major resistance level.
yep, and if you're on the hourly, that bullish candle did not break the high of the hourly, so it basically just filled the wick. And if it closes bearish, I'm gonna take a sell because I think we're gonna get a real nice sell.
So I think I got in the sell 143.47, right around there or something like
Ooh.
that. So.
Ooh, that's a real nice entry. Look at you. We'll see what happens. Where's your stop?
But my stop loss is 144.10. So.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's definitely not how I trade.
Right, but I have to, for me, that swing high 82
Yeah.
that we just went through, I have to have it above that, and I don't want to have it right at that just in case it hits.
Okay.
Right up there and then drops. I want to have it 20 or 30 above it to hide it from that area. For me.
Okay, question though. Because you said you trade like 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 risk to reward. We only have about 30 pips going down. So are you at like a 1-to-1 right now on this trade? Because I don't see us having any potential of breaking the daily bullish trend or that liquidity area for the past 2 weeks.
We'll see.
Do you think we are going to break it?
We'll see.
Well, no, I'm trying to just... I'm not saying we won't. I just want to like... If price pushes down to it, are you going to move your stop loss down?
Definitely.
So then it would increase your risk to reward?
Well, I think the 142.80 level, right, has hit 2 times already.
Yep.
If it goes lower. So a third time down, there's probably a better chance that it eventually breaks it. Right? So I'm guessing if we can get down to 142.80, it's going to break the trend.
Yeah, okay. I get it. That makes sense. I just wanted
That's just my philosophy on it, yeah.
Yeah, no, I want. That's what I wanted to hear was your your plan kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just like the baseball again, right? You throw that baseball at that 142.80 level, eventually you throw it enough times it's gonna break.
Yep, makes sense.
I'm anticipating that if it goes to that level again, that price will break it.
Yep. Yeah, thanks, Sonny. Appreciate it. Appreciate the likes, guys. We hit it. That was real cool. Hopefully we'll get a nice sell down, and if you miss the buys, we'll get a nice sell trade. Just wait for this 30 minute. That's going to be real important because it's at a crucial level that we could bust up and fly up, or we're going to reject it and come down real nice and fill the 4-hour wick. So I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break. I will be back. You guys feel free to entertain the stream.
Have any of you guys bought Rekiel's, what's that new trading device that he has?
Magic keys.
You guys
No, I haven't bought it yet. No. They gotta support him, man. Go get it. Go get like 3 of them.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea.
Well, if it works in my, if I connect it, is it only possible to connect it to a computer, or?
I think he said Windows only on his story. So then he's like, I think I remember reading, if you have a Mac, sell your Mac and buy a Windows.
Yeah, I think what that is it's an interface between it's basically like a little keypad that works with. Sorry, I gotta get my mic working. It kind of works with MetaTrader. There's kind of an EA, if anybody knows what an expert advisor is. It's like a little connector that connects this keypad with MetaTrader. It's a pretty good idea. I'm assuming the software only works with Windows, and that's why. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I just like the part where when you're ready to enter a trade, it automatically has your percentage. So if you got a 10-pip stop, you're only risking 2%. Like it automatically does it for you. So I think that shit is cool.
Yeah, it was a good idea, definitely.
Wow, the stream chat's pretty quiet.
I'm not even on it right now. I usually just pull it up and like it.
Hey, can we give a shout out to Blackbox too? If you guys don't follow Blackbox on Instagram, Blackbox is a really good trader on Instagram, and he does a stream during the day. But if you guys don't follow Blackbox on Instagram, follow him.
Hey, Blackbox, I'm gonna follow you right now.
Sorry, dude. I know you don't want to become famous, Blackbox, but I told you the other day we're gonna make.
All right, man.
There, I just did it.
Yeah, I do my thing. I do my thing and hang out. I enjoy. I like hearing everybody's perspective and hanging out with other traders and stuff.
You're straight up, man. I like that.
Yeah.
We need to promote that
session. Is pretty boring.
Paul needs to let you put your Instagram in the chat so everyone can follow you. If Paul will allow that.
Nah, man, it's all good. Some people want to find me, they can find me.
Hey, really Blackbox, I like your Beamer.
Yeah, the Silver Surfer. Yeah, that's one of my old favorites.
Did you do any mods to it or anything?
No, that's the 7 series. I haven't really done anything. I had an N5 at one point, but I sold it. That was a fun car. But yeah, I'm a really big dude. I kind of like big battleship
My
cars.
friend used to have one of the old M5s, the V10.
Yeah, it
crazy,
was
man.
the 2008. Yeah, the V10 Screamer. Yeah, it was the SMG. I wanted a manual, but it was automatic. But it kind of had issues with the transmission. But that was a very fun car. Thing sounded like a dragon. I've always been into motorsports and stuff like that. So, when I was younger, I was big into motorcycles and going fast and doing crazy stuff.
can't imagine the FOMO Paul feels when he misses an entry and Lauren shows up with cold protection.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Tell him when he comes back he missed it.
Like Paul.
Everybody's up 10 pips. Should have been here.
And the chances that you're into trading and you don't get recommended black box on Instagram is pretty slim. That's how I found it.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty new to Instagram. The thing is, I've only been on there since like December, I think, but I'm not new to trading. I'm not new to YouTube either. I've actually been on YouTube streaming stuff for like 3 years. I just don't advertise it. I just kind of stick to myself, and I've been enjoying the Instagram. It's drama sometimes, but it reminds me of crypto Twitter actually. But yeah, Instagram's funny.
I personally think some people it's a little bit extreme. It's kind of like at some point just let them be. Every day 20 stories in a row.
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting stuff out there as far as Forex Instagram goes. It's I don't know. It's been funny. I'm relatively new to it, but man, it's a trip sometimes. You got to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. That's what I'm saying. You catch one ha ha ha, and then like 36 slides later, or every single day, it never ends. And it gets ugly sometimes too, man. I'm like, wow. And I'm really new to this, so I try to stick to the people pointing me in the direction I'm trying to go, and then everything else I just vibe.
Subham. Did anyone explain the buys while I was gone?
Black stream what the trip today?
He what?
Black Box's stream was a trip today. There's an acid trip.
Oh. So where was that? I missed the comment. Where is it? So Subham, the buys. This candle closed above resistance right here. So we took a buy after this 30-minute closed, and we targeted this Wickville. And I think if we get a bullish close above here, we are going to continue up. We gotta wait for that close. Yeah, pretty much, Tomid. Pretty much. Yeah, good job. That's what we're thinking. We just got to close above the 4-hour high at 496. 140, not bad, not bad. So we got 2 more weeks and we get 10 ADP finally. So excited. And Rakil was with us. I don't know if he's still with us. I think he came on, he missed the move, and then he might have just got off. See you later, Iron Man. Oh, we got the 4-hour close in a half hour. Yeah. I might wait till 8:30 to look for a trade. Unless we close bearish, then I think those sells will play out real nice. Yeah. It could go both ways right now, Saya. We're at a pretty important area. Yo, what's up, Gaia? Welcome, welcome. Is anyone on the Zoom anymore? Did everyone get off?
Still here.
Okay, it just got real quiet.
Still hanging out.
Good. Just
Looking at the
charts.
Yes, if we close above that 4-hour high, we got some nice traffic to the upside. I mean, we got nice traffic to the downside as well, too. So, yeah, if we close bullish, I think we're going to drop pretty aggressively. Close bearish, I said, I think. Gold dropping. It is, what time is it? 7:30 by me. So we got 34 minutes left for the 4-hour close. So, if this candle closes like this, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to wait for the next 4-hour to open up and kind of show its hand. I've always noticed it's kind of risky to trade the last 30 minutes of the 4-hour candle. Unless it's like a perfect setup and candle close. You guys feel the same way on that, or how do you feel about the 4-hour closes? If you feel anything about them, I should say.
Yeah, I think it's highly important to wait until those 4-hour closes. But especially, we already got out on the trade, you know.
Mm-hmm. But I think if this closes bearish, it's going to drop real nice. Yep, same thing for the first 30 minutes of the 4-hour. Yep, exactly. Because you got to think, that last 30 minute, is it going to complete the move that you're expecting, or is it just going to leave the wick of the 4-hour, and the next 4 hours going to pull back and then complete the move? So, kind of the same thing on the hourly and the 30 minute and the 15, every single time frame. But the higher you get up in the time frame, the higher your pullbacks are going to be, and everything like that. Yeah, I feel like I heard it from somewhere. That's where I came up with it. I don't think I figured that out on my own, to be honest. I mean, if I did, I mean, props to me, but I don't think... I feel like I heard that from someone, but I think 4-hour and up, when those candles close. Being aware of that's important, especially with the pullbacks. Yeah, we could be.
Did your 4-hour high at the wick or the close of the body of the
What's up?
Your 4-hour high, the purple line is at the wick or the body close?
The wick.
Okay.
So that's like the absolute high it made. Which we technically made a higher high, but I mean it's like a pip higher if that. So yeah, no trade till 8:30 for me. So we'll just pretty much hang out. I'm actually gonna go grab some food real quick. So we'll pretty much just take a quick little intermission while we wait if you're not in a trade. If you're not in a trade, I would definitely wait for the 4-hour close and see how it closes and then see how it opens, the candle. And then we're going to get our best opportunity at that. Alright, see you later, Tomid. Yeah, I'm not getting off though, guys. I'm just going to warm up some food. I'll be back in like probably a couple minutes, but not going to be taking a trade for till about 8:30.
pulling back nicely here. This 4-hour pulled back quite a bit. There's still 20 minutes left, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'll flip. Yep, there it goes.
Hey, Black Box.
Yeah, what's going on?
I couldn't talk when you were talking about algorithms. Just had a quick question. I've seen where it gets so close to your stop loss and then just comes back down. Does the algorithm have things for that, or is that something that is one of the limitations where you're not watching it, so it just kind of pulls back?
Yeah.
Control.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It depends. It really depends on the strategy. I mean, there are quite a few different types of strategies, I guess, that you can run. If you're running like a scalping strategy, that's one thing, or like trend trading, or sometimes there are position management things that you can do where your entry really doesn't even matter. And I won't get into all of that, but yeah, I mean, a lot of times, without getting too deep into technical details, there are some things that is a problem that needs to be solved sometimes. And well, it's hard to, without getting too deep into it, there are ways to kind of dynamically set a stop loss based on ranges, average ranges instead of a set, pips. Like I'm going to take a 10 pip stop loss. That may not always make sense in all cases. Those 10 pips may be too far or too tight or, whatever. I know what you mean though, that, it really depends on the strategy, and I don't know. A lot of times I like to let it have room to run, but, and there are also some strategies using multiple entries. It's just not really the same type of trading, I guess, that you're used to, where you say, okay, I'm going to have a 3-to-1 risk reward, and my stop loss is going to be 10 pips, and whatever. There are different ways to do it. It's kind of a tough question to answer, because there are many different ways to go about that. But I do understand what you're saying, though. So sometimes you get stopped out, and you're playing probability over time. The name of the game is probability over time, and you're trying to win more times than you lose, just like anything else. And again, it depends on the strategy.
Yeah, cool. I was just wondering how that all worked. Like, that's the biggest scary part for me, at least, not be watching the screen when I'm trading.
Yeah, it can be weird, but I know what you mean. It can be weird to just trust it with money, that's why you have to do a lot of testing, and you start it with a small amount, but it's all, it's just like anything else, percentage based, and depending on the strategy, as long as you know that you have a positive expectancy with your strategy, and you've tested it, rigorously over time, with on different assets, and there are ways to go about it to kind of clear it for takeoff, if that makes sense. You just have to trust it. You just have to trust the process and just let it go. And and again, it depends on the strategy, but there are different ways to deal with it. To answer the question, there are position management things you can do. I'm not going to get into hedging and taking opposing positions so you don't have to take a stop. That's a whole nother conversation that, I don't recommend anybody try that unless you know what you're doing. But it depends on, giving it room to run is one way around that, but there's another way where you can kind of use a dynamic range to set a stop that's appropriate for the trade, and not just, a hard static, 5 pips or 10 pips, and again, it depends on the entry, and you run a lot of tests, basically. You want to see that your strategy has a positive expectancy over time, and that if you run 100 trades, you're gonna win 76 of those trades, or whatever, with a certain I guess profit target, and that's, I don't know, it can get deep, because there's not always a set profit target or a set stop loss. It can depend on the market conditions, and it's just, there's a lot to it. Maybe we'll get into some of that sometime. I'm actually thinking about possibly doing a little series on maybe doing some live development, and I used to do some of that stuff on stream, but I haven't done it in a while. I'm thinking about getting into developing and testing some algos, just for learning purposes.
Yeah, man. If you want to, we'll set up like one of those sessions. You can come on and chat about it just chat about it and whatnot. I'd be down.
We can do that. I was talking just the other day about that. Coming up here, maybe over the next few weeks, I may take a week or two and do some of that stuff, because it's something that a lot of people may not be exposed to. And there are some really good lessons to learn from seeing how that works, if that makes sense. Not even if you don't plan on running an automated strategy, there are some very, very good lessons to learn about how it works, and kind of understanding how algorithms work, so you can kind of we may get into that coming up, because there are some good lessons to learn on seeing how to tweak things and stuff like that. How certain settings affect the outcome. Sorry, I didn't know if I cut somebody off there. I heard something.
No, you're good.
Anyway, yeah, we may get into some of that coming up.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna do it. It's interesting to see how that works, basically.
Yeah. What up,
It's a
Kurt?
good thing. It's something a lot of people aren't exposed to.
Yeah, it definitely would give you a good perspective on the market too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the thing, and you kind of learn things. You'll see. Okay, well, if you try this thing 100 times, you can see how many times it had a positive outcome and how many times it didn't, and you can tweak a little thing. Sometimes you can say, okay, if I back my stop out just 2 pips, how does that change my equity curve over time? And there's some really good lessons. So again, even if you don't plan on running an algorithm strategy, it's very interesting to kind of see how some of that stuff works, and I'm gonna go into some of that coming up. It'll be fun.
Yo. Nope, it's me. That was Black Box talking, monkey. Yeah, so this 4 hours looking like it might still close bullish. So, kind of just looks like it's ranging. Thank you, Crypto. What's up, Kurt? Yeah, trade played out nice.
I know one of our boys here was talking about your hedging and how good you did with that. That's one of the times I had ever heard it, and then you started talking about it.
Hedging, yeah, that's a lot of times it's a good way to get yourself out of trouble. It depends on. There are a lot of factors there on why you may do that. It's probably good if you're a newer trader or you're working on being profitable. It's probably better to just stick to a normal strategy. But yeah, I mean, there are some interesting things that you can do with position management that a lot of people just don't know are possible. And it's there are a lot of times there are ways to get yourself out of trouble. Even I don't know. But yeah, that's something I do a lot, is especially if I'm in a trade for a longer. I do scalp and stuff like that. Do quick scalps, but if you leave a runner sometimes, or you take a position, you want to take a swing position, you want to let it run. Sometimes there are ways to kind of preserve the pips that you've captured. You can kind of preserve your profits without actually closing the trade by taking opposing positions, and there are different reasons that you hedge, but again, I would recommend to just kind of stick to a normal strategy if you're just starting out.
I'm not watching the YouTube stream, but if we ain't got 100 likes, I don't even know.
We got 112, but 2 dislikes. Yeah. They must have been in
Yeah, there's 100.
Gotta be learning something. Jeez.
Yeah, we had some nuggets drop today. It was good. Does Black Box sell his algo? Black Box?
Sorry, what was the question? Do I sell algos? Not right now. I've considered it. It's something I may do in the future, but I don't really have anything for sale right now.
Gotcha.
I have a little free kind of app. Just I don't know. It's not really finished. I have an app that's just like a little. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I use it for scanning some things. I use it for some things for myself. I'm not really interested in making it like a commercial product or anything. It's just there are certain things that it does that helps me find certain conditions. But as far that's really doesn't count. Some of the other stuff I've done is a lot more complicated than that. But no, I don't have anything. I don't have anything for sale right now. But maybe in the future, I'm considering doing something like that. Maybe coming up. But it's not 100% necessary. If you stick to a good strategy and stay consistent with it, then you don't really need that kind of thing. But it really depends on what stage you're at in your trading journey and how much account equity you have. Kind of, there are certain times where you might want to run a strategy while you're sleeping or while you're away on vacation or something like that. But I would recommend just putting in the seat time and getting in the trenches and doing the work just like everybody else is doing it manually, because the education is important, and you're only going to get that from doing it, actually doing it yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's just my personal recommendation, and believe me, I could be trying to sell you software, but I'm not trying to do that yet.
I feel like you're holding me back from my Lambo.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where, for me personally, like it's a passive income. It's good to have. It's good to know that when you're sleeping, that you might wake up to a 0.5% or 1 or 2%. Because it might have caught something on a 5-minute scalp or something while you're sleeping. Like that's that's a cool thing. But at the same time, you don't want to really rely on it as a base strategy, because you can actually make more by again, like we were saying earlier, just being discretionary and doing it yourself and learning why things are happening, and you can kind of squeak out more profits doing it manually. But yeah, that's something we may get into later. I haven't decided yet. I've got quite a bit of profitable code. I've got a couple strategies that are definitely profitable, automated strategies. I just haven't really gone down the path of thinking about selling it yet, kind of thing.
So what I'm hearing is we're going to be able to convince you in the future.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I'm going to. Yeah, no, it's possible. I'll say that in the near future, maybe you may see something pop up, may see a couple things pop up, but I'm not like actively planning to sell a bunch of strategies or whatever. But yeah, I mean, there are definitely some things that you can do. Yeah, there are absolutely profitable strategies, automated strategies. That you can run as an expert advisor and MetaTrader. When you're sleeping or whatever, and then you wake up and you run the higher yield strategies. There are ways to make very small percentages or smaller amounts of money with a very, very high probability. But again, one thing I've learned, as a software developer, developing automated strategies for the past 3 years, one thing you're going to learn is there's always a trade-off between profitability and efficiency. And kind of what I mean there is you can make a very small amount of money with a very high probability, or you can make a much larger amount of money by putting on a little risk. And you got to kind of find that happy medium yourself. You got to kind of find that balance. And running both isn't necessarily a bad idea. You wake up and trade London, or you trade New York, and then when you go off to the gym or to your job, you fire up a low risk, low reward strategy just to bring something in. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There are ways to go about it, but you may hear more about it in the near future. But
yeah, I
don't have anything today.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not. You got a real nice, rehearsed, laid-back sales pitch. It was real good.
All right.
Yeah, nothing yet, guys.
Leave the door open.
Nothing yet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I get it.
No, I don't have anything to sell right now. I'm enjoying my strategies right now. But there are definitely ways to go about it. There are multiple profitable strategies, and the goal you want to get to is kind of running a distributed risk type of system. And by distributed risk, I mean running allocating capital to multiple different strategies and running them all together in aggregate and kind of taking an average, kind of distributing that risk. So if one strategy might not make much today, but another one might make a little bit more, and you kind of just kind of take the average, and it kind of waters it down, and you can. There are ways to make very, very consistent, very high probability trades, but for much smaller amounts. And that's not always a bad thing, especially with compounding. But compounding and the money management part of the strategy kind of changes that. Because making a small amount of money with a high probability is okay when you're compounding it over time. And that's kind of the key, is how you do the money management part of the automated strategy.
Yeah. I think the best strategy is putting in a year or two, learning how to trade, and then going from there.
That's exactly kind of what I'm saying. You want to know what you're doing before you go down that route. A lot of people want the easy way out.
Yep.
They're just like, just give me the signal or just give me the bot, and I just want to make money and go out to the club while my computer's making money. That's kind of the wrong way to go about it, in my opinion. Yes, I know there are reasons that if you work for full time or something, you want to have some kind of passive income. I understand that there is a demand for those types of things, but I really, if you remember, the first thing I said is I recommend that you trade manually and learn. You want to learn this before you start going down that road, because you'll end up making more in the long run if you actually learn to trade, and then you trade your higher yield strategies manually, yourself, like you're getting up to London or New York or whatever, and then, like I said, you kind of run it later when you go off to the gym, or you go to sleep. You let a bot or 2 or 3 bots run in different strategies, and you wake up and see what they made. Those kinds of things, or you can do that. But again, even as a software developer who develops these things, and it's not 100% necessary. But the flip side to that is a lot of people just want the answers to the test. They want you to just give them the signal or just give them the thing that makes money, and they don't want to have to do it. But I really try to promote the educational side of it, or the learning part at least. You need to learn what you're doing, and then you go down that road later.
100%. So 4 hours looking like it's going to close bullish. Kind of like this.
Anyone on gold, you guys think it's going to come down to that wick?
So I'll flip the gold in a minute. I want to see how this closes. Excuse me.
The 1 hour wick, sorry. There's a one hour wick down there. Seems like it's coming down.
Yep, exactly. It's crypto. Exactly. Alright, we got a bullish 4 hour close. But we are ranging. So that's our most recent 4 hour high. This is going to be our 4 hour support we bounced off of. Could very well pull back to that. It's done that quite a lot in Asian session. It should probably range right now. But if you did get a buy in at that support with your stop below here, as long as we get bullish candles, you should eventually break through here and head to the upside. But I don't think we're going to get that upside break for about 2 hours.
See somebody in the chat talking about GA. I was watching GA earlier, actually all day today. I'm bummed I kind of missed the entry there this morning. The thing's it's run 160 pips today. It's on a warpath, but GA kind of coming into a resistance for a person who asked. Just because I was actually just looking at that a minute ago. It's kind of coming into a resistance here. I would stay out of it right now, personally. Look, I've been watching it all day, waiting for it to kind of retrace a little bit. It's coming up into a zone. You're going to get a lot of sellers coming in, but it's run 160 pips straight up without pulling back. So
Damn.
I would be careful buying that. Somebody asked about GA, and I was literally just looking at that a minute ago. I would look at something else, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like if it drops, it could probably drop down to like here. I mean, we got a lot of taps up there. I mean, we can probably drag this down a little bit.
Oh yeah, okay. I wasn't watching that. I didn't have the stream playing. I didn't read looking at it on the chart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how high that thing went up.
I would draw a trend line and wait for it to break it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, let it consolidate and see if it's gonna break. It may take a little bit.
Yeah.
At some point, it's gonna have to take a chill pill. Because that was a pretty brutal run today. Honestly, I'm bummed I missed that one this morning. I normally watch that one. That and GN.
Yeah, somebody in my private group just messaged me if I watched GN. Said it moves real nice.
Yeah, I love that pair. It has a really high daily range. It's actually the most efficient pair to trade of anything. Last I checked, I used to run tests on some of that stuff, and it has the highest hit movement intraday relative to the spread. So it moves quite a bit differently than GJ. GCAD, GJ, and GU all tend to kind of move with the same kind of flow, but GN and GA are definitely different. And sometimes when you don't get a setup on the other G pairs, I'll flip over to like GA or GN. And the thing is it cuts both ways though. You know, you can make a lot of profit with it because it moves a lot of pips, but it can also hurt you if it runs against you. So you just got to be careful there. But yeah, I mean, I love those two pairs because they move a lot. I like high volatility. I want to know what moves the most, how many pips per day it moves. That's just me personally.
You get in and out quicker too. If you're scalping.
Right.
But I think we're gonna call it a session, guys. if you're waiting for a trade, I think we're going to fall back down to support. If we don't break support, wait for a break of support or the 4-hour high. And then once you get a break, you're going to get a really nice move. I would say in about an hour and a half to 2 hours would be a good time for that move to happen. So thanks for coming. If you liked the stream, should have pressed subscribe and the like button. If you caught the win on those buys we took, my Instagram is right here up top. Feel free to tag me in any stories. And we will be back tomorrow.